All right, what is it? Week 16, I think it is. Week 16. Let's talk about the Lions taking on the Panthers. I forgot they play Saturday, so it's gonna go up Tuesday night. So, um, because I didn't give y'all 3 videos on Tuesday yet, so this will go up Tuesday night. We take on the Panthers. And it's one game at a time. Everybody, jumping the gun, saying playoffs. The Lions had the hardest schedule. Now it's the easiest schedule. Ain't nothing ever easy in the National Football League. And I double back and say nothing ever easy for the Detroit Lions. How about that? That's what we can confirm. Ain't nothing ever easy. A lot of people starting to feel they self and count their chickens before it hatch. No, is 1 week at a time. Um, it's 1 week at a time, and that's what it is. It's just 1 week at a time. Let's not jump the gun. Last time we went to Carolina, if I remember correctly, we got shut out. We got shut out. So that's one thing we can talk about. We got shut out. So going outdoors ain't been too kind to the Lions. I know they're a new football team. They're a more physical football team, whatever you want to call them. But at the same time, bro, we gotta take it one time a day at a time. We not that good. We hot. We got momentum. But Carolina's in the playoff race too. They not here to lay down. They not here to play draft position. Obviously, they can use a quarterback. What I did draft my man. I liked him a lot from Ole Miss. I forget his name, but not sure when he gonna be able. And what's the kid's name? Sam Darnold ain't played too bad since he came back neither. So, um, but their defense is not bad at all. Their defense is not bad at all. It's pretty good defense. And last time I think Stafford went there, we got shut out by PJ Walker, I think his name was. I think he injured right now. So I mean, people jumping the gun about this football game to me, I just don't understand it. People already sizing up who we could play in the first round and all that type of stuff. And man, this is one game at a time, y'all. It's one game at a time, and that should be what they say in the locker room. It's one game at a time. There's no need to jump the gun. There's no need to overlook the Panthers. Yeah, they lost to the Steelers last week, but they still an NFL football team. They still in the playoff hunt, I believe. And they still got a really good defense, And are they the defense the Jets? No, it ain't the Jets defense, even without Quentin Williams. But they a good football team. I'm telling you. Dante Foreman for a few weeks was hot as fish grease. Good to see him recovering off his injury. He was hot as fish grease for a while. So, um, they're a physical football team. They fired old boy who went to Matt Rule, who went to Nebraska. Remember, was rumors that they could hire him and get rid of Harbaugh and all that. I don't really watch a lot of Panthers game. My cousin, he a huge Panther fan. He lived down in Charlotte, where I'm hoping to hopefully head to next year. But they didn't like him, and I just think if you ain't got no quarterback, so one thing about college, you can get you can get away with some quarterback play and some subpar quarterback play. You can dress some shit up and it'll be all good. But in the NFL, if you don't have no quarterback, you ain't gonna make it. Harbaugh's fortunate enough to get Alex Smith and then draft Colin Kaepernick, but you need a quarterback. But they hated that dude, bro. I just see if you got no quarterback, what you gonna do? So, Green Bay lost the other one last night. Did us a favor versus the Rams. People were getting mad at Green. I said we need Green Bay to lose that game. Shit, you all tripping. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's one of these games, man, where it's one of them games where it's gonna be tough. I don't know what the weather. I'll pull up the weather and see what the weather supposed to be hitting for. But they not a bad football team at all. But you go through here and they give us a 50. They get Carolina the edge to win this game. The matchup predictor been against us all year, so I don't read much into it. But y'all see 56.6% chance for Carolina. Um, that Walker kid is their leading thrower, but I think he out. Foreman, he playing really good football. 157 for 646, 4 carries, 4 TDs. DJ Moore, extended receiver, just no good quarterback play, consistent quarterback play, 51 receptions, 678, 5 touchdowns. Y'all know what the Lions' usual suspects hitting for. Jared Goff, 3,600, over 3,600 yards, 23 TDs, 7 interceptions. Jamal Williams, 217, 839, 14 TDs, slowing down of recent. St. Brown almost about to go over 1,000, 89 receptions, 974, 6 TDs. Injury list: Jason Cabinet, Evan Brown, Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnar, Deshaun Elliott, questionable. I'm not sure if Elliott gonna make Saturday. Then you go down here because Christmas on Sunday. It's 3 games on Christmas. None of them are interesting in my opinion. Because of the NBA. But receiver Andre Roberts, injured reserve. Miles Hartfield, cornerback, questionable. Joel, whatever, linebacker, questionable. J.C. Horn, good corner, questionable. Ian Thomas, tight end, questionable. Lions favored by 2.5. Usually the home team is customary 3 points. So 2.5 right now. That's the spread. The money line is negative 135. You got to bet 135 to 100 on Lions. You bet 100, you win 115 on the Panthers. The over and under is 44 points. Look here, they're scoring 19.7 points a game, 22.4 points allowed, 304.1 total yards. I mean, you look through it. They allowing 224 passing yards, 130, rushing total rushing yards. So, some of their numbers are looking better than ours defensively because overall season has been they last 5. They're 3 out of their last 5, so that's not bad. Only losing to Baltimore and Pittsburgh last week. They beat Atlanta, Denver, Seattle. We 4 of our last 5, so we come in hot. They probably is marking this as a win on their calendar. As of right now, they expected to be around 34 degrees there. That's kind of cold there, right? I don't think they're right off that, not too far off that water down there. So, but yeah, I mean, to me, I think it's going to be in a reflection of Sunday's game versus the Jets. I think you have to take care of the football if you're the Detroit Lions. Take care of the football. Take care of the football. Don't turn it over. Create a turnover. Run the ball and look for your matchups and take advantage that way. But they come in here too confident, too cocky. Everything should be cautious. Have some cautious going here. But to me, this is a solid football team. They just missing a quarterback. That's it. DJ Moore can hurt you. Dante Foreman can hurt you. They did get rid of Curtis Samuels, didn't they? But it's a lot of different guys in this team that still can hurt you. So we got to stop the run. We got to pay attention to DJ Moore for sure. And their defense is outstanding. J.C. Horn is a good corner. That's Joe Horn, Joe Horn from the Saints son. First round corner, I think last year, a couple years ago. So he's good too. So you go from Sauce to him, 2 really good young corners. The league is in good hands with these young DBs coming out of college. They're making the transition pretty well. But yeah, I mean, so they roster. Hold on, they 5-9, but like I said, they still in it to win it. Terrence Marshall Jr. loved him coming out of LSU. Big body receiver, can run. Probably offensive line, they might still need some work there. Defensively, Brian Burns. I mean, a lot of people wanted him at the trade deadline and kept him really good. Shout out to Derek Brown and somebody. Remember, that's Matt Patricia wanted, and Bob Quinn wanted Jeff Okudah. That's what they went with. So yeah, I mean, Xavier Woods out there. CJ Henderson, you remember he was the first round pick out the Jacks the year Jeff Okudah came out, and they got rid of him real quick. I think he bounced around in Houston, then bounced around. I guess he found his way to Carolina. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad football team. It's not a team I'm over. I don't expect a blowout. I expect a close, competitive football game. And like I said, every game that's been the last 2 games, they've been playoff games. They must win, because if they don't win, then you need Seattle to lose 2 more. You need the Giants or Washington to lose 2 more. I think 3 more because of the tie. So I mean, you could afford to lose 1. but I don't think you really could because then you banking on hopefully the Eagles, the Eagles playing for something. Hopefully the Dallas where they playing, they might not be playing for something because they locked in at the wild card. So you hopefully some of these teams don't start to take an off week and milling in. So that's why you don't want to put yourself in a loss. And this we'll be the first 1-16 to make the playoffs, and it's still not that we control our own destiny. We had the tiebreaker in our pocket, versus versus the Giants and the Redskins. I mean, the Commanders, excuse me. We did have that in our pocket, but then again, when they had that draw, when they drew with each other, that kind of eliminated that a little bit. So the draw is one of the worst things for us. But I think Seattle take on Kansas City this week. We need them to lose again because they held the tiebreaker over us because they beat us head to head. Who else we got in there? Geez Louise. Yeah, I think the Commanders taking on somebody this week pretty good. The 49ers. So we'll see. The Giants still, in it. They still in it to win it. So I'm not surprised. They in it to win it. But I think it's gonna be a 21-24 type of football game. The Lions win. I don't expect a blowout. I don't expect a blowout. You know, I don't expect a blowout. Real talk. So I think it's gonna be a close game. I think they playing for something. I think Darnold kind of playing well right now with that line they got and all that. I mean, but the key to the game for the Lions is going to be stopping they run. It's protecting the football and then takeaways. Stop the run. Run the ball, take the ball, protect the ball, take the ball away. That's what it's gonna be for them. So I don't think it's no mystery to everybody, what they need to do. It's the simple formula of football. Stop the run, stop the run, get after the passer, run the ball, protect the football. You do those things, especially going on the road, you have an opportunity to win. So I got them winning by 3. I think it's going to be a hard fought football game. But Carolina, I think, is a physical football team, and so we got to start getting that run game going. And if DeAndre Swift ain't going to be a physical runner, bro, then it's Justin Jackson, Craig Reynolds. I think it's time for us to kind of give Jamal Williams a little blow so he can kind of finish the season out strong. So it's gonna be up to Swift, Reynolds, and Jackson to step up. I think Reynolds back and give Jamal somewhat of a break so he can recharge his batteries. Because you gotta remember he never was a full-time starter at Green Bay. He was, assisting Aaron Jones and etc. So let me know what you girls and guys think. I like the Lions 24-21 over the Carolina Panthers. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find that. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Peace.